episode of Life. I'm Jabari,
And I'm Carly.
uh, and today we're going to be talking about relationships, love. Alright, we're going to be talking about how we met, how it all came together, and how we are this far into it now. So you want to start it off?
No.
Okay, so she does not want to start it off, so you know me. I'm comfortable with anything in the situation. Uh, we met back in middle school.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Middle school. 8th grade, if I'm not mistaken.
Mr. Glass class, science.
Well, yeah, we had class with each other, but I think we met in class, or do we
Shout
just
out
meet?
to Liggin Magnets.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that went to Liggin. We still got strong relationships and with people who went to that school to this day. So shout out to everybody that went to Liggin Middle School. But back to the point. So yeah, we met at Liggin. We had science class with each other. At that time, I really wasn't, I wouldn't say I wasn't interested in her, being my girlfriend. Oh.
No, you was, what? You had a girlfriend. We just.
Not when I first got there.
Well, not when you first got there, but I mean, it sure didn't take long. We still, like, flirted in class, like.
I thought it was my turn. I thought she didn't want to go first.
That's cool.
Okay, so back to where I was at. At that time when I first met her, I wasn't, that interested in her. I was the new guy at school, so that came with a lot of buzz, especially if you was juiced up like that. And if you know me, for real, if you know me, I was like that. Don't even try to flex. But that's besides the point. That kind of ties into the point a little bit.
Anyway.
But I always think about stuff deep and get off topic. So forgive me if I slightly get off topic and think deeper into what I'm saying, because I do that from time to time. But yeah, so I was a new guy at school, and I pretty much had a lot of attention from a lot of people. So when we first met each other, no, we were not dating. We didn't get to a point where we were dating. At the most, we flirted with each other in class and
right.
Around school a little bit, because I was just that type of person. At that time in my life, I was that player type, so I flirted. I just, interactions, that's what it was to me. People call it flirting. Now, I think of it more as just another interaction with another human being. But we didn't go to high school with each other, but due to me knowing a lot of people that go to her high school and just the city of Raleigh as it is, we already was close and close by. So we would see each other on the weekends, and that's kind of how we kept our relationship up, how we kept up with each other. At some point in our high school career, our two best friends started to date each other, and that definitely put us closer together. That kind of rebuilt another part to our relationship of how we started in middle school, and that kind of floated us. That high school relationship between our best friends kind of kept us closer for the next Chris and Bria ended up keeping a relationship for a senior year all the way to sophomore year in college.
Yeah.
So about because I had came home from Wingate my sophomore year in college, and they were still kind of close then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of kept us close with each other for the next 3 years. So our total years of knowing each other, let's just keep track of how many years we've been knowing each other. So I met her in 8th grade. All throughout high school, we knew of each other and we kept up with each other. So you got 8th grade, and then you got 9th through 12th grade. So that's what a total of 4 years right there of knowing each other. And then you got the next few years of college. So you got freshman year and sophomore year. So that's 6 years we have been knowing each other. So we were very comfortable with each other. We never had any problems with each other growing up. So that kind of was our foundation, what kind of led to what we are now. once I came home from college, I had went off to college, Wingate University. Shout out to all the Bulldogs. But I had went off to college. Um, why I left college, that's another story. So I'm not gonna tell it now. But I came home from school, and like we said, we was already friends because our best friends were dating. So we ended up around each other all the time. So once I came home from school, she was still in Raleigh.
Literally all the time.
So we was around each other all the time once I came home. But, honestly, and what I love about Carlisha is that she brought something to the table that was like something new for me. Almost all the interactions I had with females growing up, just due to how, a lot of males are raised, was kind of like, I wouldn't say all sexual, but like when you young and your hormones is raging, like when you meet a new female, pretty female, you're gonna want to talk, you're gonna want to get close, you're gonna think about a kiss or something like that. So a lot of my relationships with females growing up was always on another level, and I think with Carlisha, it was real in the sense of we were friends and we were real friends. And even though I, had hormones that was raging and I tried her and, tried to do stuff with her before we got to where we at now, we were still friends, and I really value her in a sense of friendship, being there for me, communicating with me, bringing things out of me that I didn't know that was inside of me. Just the way I'm able to speak now and just how I'm able to express myself, all is because of her. So yeah, so back to the point just of how we got to where we at, so let's summarize it all up real quick. So we met in middle school, knew each other all throughout high school, kept the relationship going. After high school, we were still friends because our best friends were friends. So we talking about like almost knowing each other for 9, 10 years, or being around each other for 9, 10 years. So we've been around each other for a while, and it got to a point in my life where I was doing a lot of things, moving around, trying to find my way. At the same time, I was always successful with, dating women and meeting new women. So I always kept what, people would say are like a team or a roster of females that you dealt with. And I was getting older.
Back. Ew, Stoney got slobber on my wrist.
Stoney in the building. But bam. Alright, so the phone. I might call Carly line. Thought it was a nigga.
I told him it was nobody.
Talking about something, it's nobody. It's a number popping up. That means it's somebody. Stop it. I'm answering it myself now. There's a bill collector.
Somebody called your phone. No, somebody called my phone.
I had to change that up. But
oh, I'm so weak. Oh man.
But like I was saying, special person that's beside me, and we went through a lot of events just to get to this point. Life-changing events. We always going through life-changing events, and I think because we so young and we've been around each other since we were younger, and like when you talk to people in their 40s, and people tell you, oh, when you're 24 and you still young, you still this, you still that, so it's like it only makes sense that at this point in our life, even though we are a couple, we constantly going through stuff because we still learning. We still have to go through our own trial and errors, and I think everybody out there who really support us, who know us personally, who no matter what we go through, y'all constantly support us and show us love because y'all know who we are deep down inside, regardless of any other factor. But I spoke my piece on, how we met and how the relationship got to this point. And I'm gonna let you say your side because there's always two sides to it. But yo, I said there's two sides to it.
Okay, so like you said, we met in 8th grade. When he came to school, all the girls was on him so hard. Even I was. It's like, oh, who that? I mean, but that's just how it was. But seeing each other in parties and whatnot throughout high school, you know, partying was a thing. Then we got in 12th grade, we started hanging out for real. Like everybody, you know. We all started hanging out literally every weekend with each other. Like, we're always with each other. All of us. But it was a group of us. It wasn't just us two. It was a group of us all hanging out. And it went from a group to us two. But literally
from about a total of 10 to just us two. You feel me?
Just us two.
And there ain't no diss to people that was around us.
No.
We know how life go when people gotta start taking their own journey. And I think that's something about life that's special, is that you start off with so many people, but you gonna end up with either yourself or your significant other, or your significant other and the things that come from y'all, your children. So, and you'll always have family and stuff like that. We're not trying to say that you're gonna end up alone, but as a child growing up to a teen to a young adult, like, you already surrounding yourself with so many friends and peers, and as life moves along, people start to branch out and people start to go on their own journeys and start taking on new life experiences. You know, I know some people that started off in Raleigh, now they in Texas. I know people who started off in New York, now they down here. And, you know, people that started off here, now they in California. So it's, that's where we want to be. But
that's where we're gonna be. But no, hold on, let me finish, because the relationship wasn't all, great, or the process. It was a process. How about that?
Yeah, we gotta talk about the bad sides too, because for so far we've been making it seem pretty peaches and cream.
Yeah, and I don't want nobody to be like, oh
yeah, so once you get into a relationship, you know what I'm saying, or you start, because like I said, and I kind of cut you off, so
you did. You always do. It's alright. I'll let you talk. You like to talk. I don't really.
I like to talk. I like people who like to talk.
See, I don't care to talk. He likes to talk.
You find out how full of shit
Opposites.
they are. What movie was that?
Right, name that movie. Rush Hour. Don't try to play me.
Okay,
You tried it.
she on point. I was about to get her playing her on camera, but
There was definitely turbulence.
Yeah, it was turbulence.
Real turbulence.
And the turbulence all really came from...
You gotta hold on if you...
You know what I'm saying? It all came from me, I ain't gonna lie. A little bit was her, but majority of it was me. And I think that little bit of her was that kind of like, I was feeling like rushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I would be feeling rushed. Even though... That's why I said a little bit, because she won't like pressuring me crazy, but it was just like, I still felt kind of like slightly rushed. And like, with all the girls that I was dealing with at the time that I was talking to Carlisha, I made it clear that I was not, I wasn't really dealing with nobody on that type of level. Like, I made it clear that I have friends that could be more than just friends sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be vocal and honest about what I was doing, but at the same time, confused. I was confused, and I admit that, because it was just like we always say, it's two sides to people, and I think that's where anything in life, positive and negative charges, that goes down to sales. So I got a positive side and I got a negative side, and when it dealt with dealing with females, I was just caught up in the sense of me, one, being an emotional person, but then on top of that, I was gifted when it came to getting women. Some males growing up, they might not have a girlfriend all their years through elementary, middle school, high school. Like,
I never had a boyfriend.
See, that's just from
Period.
the girl side, and just look at us. We're total opposites that came together. She never had a boyfriend. I had plenty of girlfriends, plenty of them. And I think that's really what the turbulence was between us. It was because we were coming from two different sides of the fence. She was one of those, not, I'm gonna say, hopeless romance type people. Just hoping to find love, and I was that type of person that I was like, I got what I need. I kind of got plenty. I don't know if I'm ready to slow down.
But it's like, it's crazy because it's like when we first started or whatever, it's like I wasn't hoping to get, hoping to get that from you, because I didn't think that, well, I mean, at first, like, that's not really something that I thought that I can get from you. But it wasn't until I got to know you, and then that's what made me, like, actually, like, see the real you. And I'm like, whoa, like, I need somebody like this around me. What you talking about? Like, and that's what made, me, like, really, like, go for it and not, like, no, I wasn't letting up. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I seen this when you was in Greensboro, so it was at, like, 2015.
Yep.
Like, I was just like, I know he would be this great person. I know he would be this great dad. I know he would be this great. Like, that's why I just
kept trying.
Yeah.
Because she kept trying.
Or couldn't let
I'm
go.
gonna keep it real. She tried. And I think through her efforts, I was able to wake up out of my lust. I was able to wake up out of my greed and selfishness. And as a man, and just as a growing man, I was able to wake up just through seeing her really try and show me love, and show me love that I knew I had never got from no other girl, like no other woman. Like, I knew for a fact that the stuff that she was doing for me, I probably was not going to find it nowhere else. Like, I just kind of knew that. And, like, I still in the beginning was playing around, like, and I don't even really think I was playing around now, because at this point we together, so I don't really look at it as I was playing around. I kind of look at it as, like, I was letting go of my old ways. Like if you ever heard a song, like, off Jay-Z album, Kill Jay-Z, and he talks about, like, kind of like, he's using the metaphor of Kill Jay-Z. His name is Sean, but his nickname is Jay-Z.
I didn't even think I knew that.
Yeah, I saw it. I felt him on that one. So, my nickname is Barry. And, like, I kind of, like, listen to that song, and I kind of think about what I was doing in the process of kind of, when I was trying to get serious with Carlisha, I was trying to kill my old self, which is the person who was lustful, the person who, was just, out here. I wasn't a bad person, but as far as, being in a relationship, I was not the guy, to want to be committed to at that time, because I wasn't ready. And she helped me.
Couldn't tell me that.
Yeah, you couldn't tell her that, and that's why I was like, damn, shorty loved me. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. I'm talking about the stuff that she went through just to be here with me. I'm like, damn.
No one even understands. That would be a completely different vlog to
Yeah.
even, for me to explain all
I'm
the
going to let
shit.
her do that video by herself. I'm not going to even be here because I don't want to cry. But, hey, I'm trying to tell you, she did whatever. Like, and I'm like, man, and regardless of what people think, about.
And it won't all know, I'm doing this because I love him.
Yeah.
I got to do this. It was truly a friendship, and I truly felt like this is somebody I really cared about. Like, I care about this being, and I don't want anything or anybody to hurt him. So if I got to, like,
she kept it all the way 1,000. And it's just like, even to this day, like 2018, you know what I'm saying? Like, we constantly going through stuff. Like, we always going through something. And it's just like, I always just look at the beauty in life. I always try to see that light, because once you lose sight of that light, then you got by the system. And I think we all understand what I mean when I say the system, as far as, what we live in, and just we look around today, and it's way more negative than positive stuff going on. So when I say get got by the system, I mean lose hope. I mean, lose faith. Lose sight of a vision. You know what I'm saying? Give up on life. Give up on health. Give up on wealth. That's what I mean when I say, you got by the system. And we, no matter what is going on with us, we try to never get got by the system, because especially when it comes down to our relationship, because we already know that we live within a system. So when it comes to our relationship, we try our best to keep systematic schemes out of what we got going on, because when you look around today, you rarely see as many couples like us, and it needs to be so many couples like us. We making this channel off the strength of black love, and that's part of the reason why we making this channel, to spread black love,
real authentic
black love. What I'm saying? No gimmicks. This ain't no gimmick. This real. This is real as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's probably
don't
other
need
people,
to get no realer.
It's probably other people out here that's done been through some of the same things we done been through, and once you hear the stories and hear the truths, you're gonna understand that this is 100% real. So just to summarize it all up, we've been knowing each other since middle school, all throughout high school, and throughout college, and till now. I'm 24, she's
23.
So we've been knowing each other for a majority of our life. A lot of couples can't say that. We plan to take this the distance, all the way to starting a family. So, and I think that just goes to show how strong the emotional bond and how strong this relationship is. And before we got too deep into the channel, we just wanted to make a video about how our relationship got started, and how we got to this point. So
share a little of us.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So
this is called life.
Life. Anything can happen in life. So that was the vlog on our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, do whatever. Y'all know how that go. Comment, share, reshare, double share. If you see somebody shared it and put a caption on it, share that one with a caption on it, then put your caption on it. That's what I call a reshare. But yeah, life, man, we out.
Hugging me. When I'm out the shop, bitches hugging me. Girls all on my jock, she in love with me. I tell her, stop, you ain't in love with me. She just like my watch, she ain't in love with me. She just won the shop, she ain't in love with me. She just like my drop, she ain't in love with me. See me lose my top, she ain't in love with me. She know I make her not, she ain't in love with me. She just like the shit.